It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Bruins will put total weather to crank us up. Looking for blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the box. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays. You continue to trust him. This guy is a great running back.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. And the Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to...
Turning it on! He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man to the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to pass. It's Leon. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dances away. He's going to let one go back to the middle. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Cox. Touchdown, threw it. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Utah is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Utes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Leon. Quarterback adapting. Gets rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And how about the lefty? He's got to buy some time and scrambles outside the pocket to the right and does a really good job of, even though he's running, still stays under control and makes a nice strike to his wide receiver.
Back to pass. Under fire. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen. screen passes, it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
And the Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
To the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. Runs through the tackle. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Cowboys are marching down the field. They want to run it left here. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Leon. Trying to make magic on the scramble. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open, but at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
Buys a little extra time. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a nice looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last carry.
They'll give it to him again. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down.
But right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Bruins will try to move the chains on 4th down. Here we go. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Looking to throw, it's Leon. Here's the pressure. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of...
Gonna let it fly. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Get a pass rush like that and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. And when you think about a defense, you got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football, you want to be in the mix, find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And it'll be down right there.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Shows a little flash as he slips his way out to the 10. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to fire deep. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
To the air, it's Leon. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dances away to buy time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Napier. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cowboys will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's going to run it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Through the air, it's Leon. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Burke. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll try the run. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. Florida State was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in Tallahassee over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for goal position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
This running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We've got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. On 4th down, going to the air. Complete out of the backfield. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Fires to the right. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Corners are going to bail. Looking downfield, it's Leon. And here's the third interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
On the ground, it's Cox. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And the D does it again. I feel like it's a repeat. We could play that over and over today. They've had a great game against the pass, against the run, limiting the big plays, and they do it again. Just watch them. Where they're supposed to be. They're physical. They don't give up a lot of tackles, a lot of yards after the tackle. Just a great performance by this D.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Looking downfield, it's Leon. Bringing the heat. Oh, he wants it all. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Got room on the return. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Maybe they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give as they work on that clock. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe.
Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The Bruins are on the move. Might be changing the route. Leaves it with the back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Army pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Black Knights did. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Here's the give off the left side. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The give to the tailback. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Linebackers trying to create some confusion and some room to work. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On the run, it's Fields. Looking for room at the 40. There he goes! At the 20. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. And the Cowboys want to crank the tempo. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win.
Back's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. From the gun, give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Let's see if both sides are content to just let this half run out. The offense takes a knee. Defense still has all 3 timeouts. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.